Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Concern Podcast, where we unpack political, social, economic, and cultural stories shaping our world. I am Emmanuel Taban. Now, yesterday, reports were spreading so rapidly that the leader of the National Unity Platform, who is also a presidential candidate in this recently concluded election, Robert Chagulanyi, or BOBI WINE, had been abducted by military personnel or policemen and an helicopter hovering around his home. I mean, they managed to abduct him and took him to a known location. So that was the news that was spreading yesterday. And the reason why so many people believe this was because, one, first of all, the country is kept out of internet. There was no internet, no one has that. And therefore, of course, there were heavy police deployment around Chagulanyi's home. A helicopter was hovering over. And with that being seen, the neighbors concluded that Bobi Wine was abducted and taken away. That was what the neighbors concluded, and this information is spreaded. And because there was no internet to verify, no one knows exactly what happened. People were only able to go with what they had and closely told to them by neighbors around Chagulanyi's home. So that was the information that actually spread last night. But this morning, Bobi Wine gave an address to the nation, and he posted that video on Facebook. He posted the video on Facebook where he addressed the nation confirming. And actually in that video, he also made a post before the video, and he confirmed that he's actually managed to escape the raid that happened at his home. He told the nation that indeed there was heavy police deployment around his home. A helicopter was hovering around his home. But with that being done, he managed to escape that deployment, that raid by the policemen. And right now he is safe, but in a location that he won't display. In fact, this is a post that was made by Bobi Wine when he escaped. This is a statement that he wrote on Facebook, and I want us to read it. Here it goes. Last night was very difficult at our home in Magere. The military and police raided us. They switched off power and cut off some of our CCTV cameras. There were a helicopter hovering over. I want to confirm that I managed to escape from them. Currently, I am not at home. Though my wife and other family members remain under house arrest, I know that these criminals are looking for me everywhere, and I am trying my best to keep safe. I understand that there has been great concern and speculation regarding my whereabouts. Please understand, this is the context of a nationwide internet shutdown. Given the commotion that happened at our house at night, and given that no one is allowed to access the house, our neighbors concluded that they had succeeded in abducting us and spread the news. I reiterate our complete rejection of the fake results Payaba Kama is reading. In addition to the ballot stuffing, the military takeover of the election, the detention of our leaders and polling officials, and other electoral offenses, their results have zero backing. We condemn the murder of numerous citizens who have thus far attempted peacefully demonstrate against the broad daylight thuggery. The people of Uganda have the right to protest in defense of their sovereign right to determine a government of their choice, not the kind of criminality we are witnessing. Aside from the blatant theft of the presidential election, these criminals have employed various fraudulent techniques to upset the will of the people in numerous constituencies across the country. No candidates are being targeted even when they have 100% evidence that they won. This is absolute madness. The people of Uganda will ultimately win. Not some of these pictures were taken last night and others today morning, and you can see the pictures here. And yes, so that is what happened that was what happened the night before. Bobi Wine was not actually abducted. Just to update you, because previously there was a story I posted about the abduction of Bobi Wine, and that was simply because people at the aim. There was no way whatsoever where these people could not tell that Bobi Wine was not abducted, because there was heavy police deployment and there was a helicopter hovering around his home. So the neighbors concluded he was actually abducted, and that information is spread everywhere, even on mainstream media of other countries. They told that story and everyone bought it. But he came out good enough, and then he told the nation and the world that he is actually not abducted. He managed to escape that, and he is in a safe place right now. That is what he said. And in this video, I want to tell us some of the reasons why I think Bobi Wine managed to escape that police raid. One of the reasons why I feel Bobi Wine managed to escape that raid is because, I mean, that was done in his home. There's no one who knows someone's home more than the owner. I mean, Bobi Wine has a very good home, very nicely built with CCTV cameras everywhere, wall fence. And it would be laughable if someone would say that, I mean, they will just go and pick Bobi Wine without him even escaping. You know, when you're a child, obviously, and you are staying at home, you know some of the routes where you could escape at night and your parents will never find you, you know, because you are well familiar. That is where you've been living since when you were a kid. You have known the safer routes that leads to and out of your home. So therefore, Bobi Wine was able to escape that raid because he knows properly the routes that leads to and out of his home, and therefore he probably used one of the best and safest route to escape that. And because of that, he outsmarted the police. He was not able to be abducted, just like what the police were intending to do. He managed to escape that that police raid made at his home. But also the second reason why Bobi Wine was able to actually escape his home and the police failing to get him was because, one, I mean, what is happening currently literally is a repeat of what happened previously in the previous election. One, everything to do with the internet shutdown, deployment of heavy police on the polling stations, and his home. I mean, he being kept under house arrest and a helicopter hovering around his home. This is exactly what happened in 2021. And therefore, Bobi Wine knew very well, starting from the day when they start internet down, deploy heavy police in polling stations, he knows that the next thing they will do probably is to put him under house arrest and raid his home. So this knowledge of events that unfolded last year actually helped Bobi Wine prepare prior to the real happening. And therefore, Bobi Wine might have prepared for this. And you know, when someone is prepared for something, he is more knowledgeable about it, and therefore it gives him that time to actually escape that thing if it is a danger that comes in. And therefore, the fact that this is just a repeat of previous election gave Bobi Wine the ample time to prepare for it and look for ways on how he can actually escape that. And he did that exactly. I don't know how he escaped, if he dug a route underground and escaped through it. I mean, he knows it best. But also, even in Kenya, I think a couple of years ago, police, heavy government police, invaded a home of one businessman, Jimmy Wanjiki, who is now the leader of the Safina party. Jimmy Wanjiki hid in bunkers, and police raided his home, cut CCTV cameras. They couldn't find him in his home because he knows best his home more than any other person. And police almost spent, hours in his home looking for him, but they couldn't find him in his home, and he hid within his home. He didn't even escape. So that clearly tells us that when you are at your home, you know best what routes are safe and which ones are not. So Bobi Wine probably knows that more than any other person, more than even the president, more than these police operatives and all kind of persons. And therefore, that gave him the chance to escape home. So as I speak now, Bobi Wine is not actually under the custody of the police, but he is in a safer place, which is unknown. He won't reveal it according to him. And yes, that is the update about the Ugandan election. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Emmanuel Taban, and this is the Concern Podcast. Before we close today's episode, here's a quick message from our sponsor, Wani.co. If you've been planning to build a website, but the cost has been holding you back, Wani.co makes it affordable and stress-free this time around. Whether you are an individual, a non-profit organization, or a business, Wani.co designs professional websites starting from as cheap as $250. Individuals can actually launch with a starter website of up to 7 pages and a free email, or choose an advanced option with unlimited pages, a professional portfolio, and branding support. For non-profit organizations, they can select flexible packages from basic websites to premium solutions with e-commerce features and ongoing support. And for business companies, OneIt.co delivers company-ready website with hosting, staff training, and multi-link options and online stores. And the best part of it is actually that you can build your dream website within your budget. OneIt.co is an affordable, accessible, and professional partner. And to get started, you can actually visit OneIt.co or email them at info@oneit.co, or you can get in touch with them through their WhatsApp number at +12265043322. OneIt.co, proudly affiliated with Jobs to Apply. And if you're wondering of what I'm talking about, here are some samples of website created by OneIt.co. You can see them right here.